your data. Thank you. Okay, the next thing we want to look at today is how many of us are lover of mathematics or hater of mathematics? How many of us? I love mathematics like my palm. Can I hear your voice? Are you my friend? Who is my
We
friend
can
in this
pretend
one? Eh?
we can pretend to be your friend.
Wow, that's good, Janet.
Yes.
Wow. I love mathematics, though. It's the best subject in the whole wide world. Remy, do you like mathematics?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. That's okay. I want to do a little theory. I'll be rushing over it. This I will introduce, okay, from our last class. You know, we spoke about, we make use of two DAX formula. We did, if you still remember, we created a calendar, right? We created a calendar. We used Mayor. Do you remember we wrote profit formula, profit margin? Do you remember that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And you remember that we also wrote a calendar function, right? And I explained certain things to you, how you generate your calendar, how you create an hierarchy with it. In that vein, I want to quickly introduce you to model calculation using DAX in Power BI. DAX is data analytic expression, okay? I will make mention of all these things to you: DAX, Mayor, calculated columns, context, and time intelligence. So this is the way we want to look at it. I'll be very, very fast on it. I don't believe in theory too much. Introduction to DAX. DAX contains advanced DAX. Data analytical analysis expression is what you are calling DAX. Okay? It's a programming language that is used throughout Microsoft Power BI for creating calculated columns. Underline that. We use it for calculated columns. I explained something to you in Excel. When you write a formula in Excel, you simply jump to the cell, you put an equal to sign, sum A to H, A to G, A to Z, and you get your value. And I said in Power BI, no. Every column, everything you are doing must have a label. So that's why they are calling it calculated columns. And I've also introduced you to Mayor. When we generate a profit and profit margin, that's a Mayor. It will generate a value for you, and you can now use your filter to dissect the value of that summation. I can have I can have a set of 10 to 50 numbers and I add them together. Power BI believe you can group those 10 numbers in diverse way to achieve different things. As you progress, you understand that. Okay? I mentioned about mayor. I also mentioned about custom tables. Like the calendar you have is a custom table. It is a collection of functions. That's your task, operators, okay, and constants. If I can still remember, let me see if I still keep. Just wait, let me see. Okay, let me quickly go and check. I hope I save it. With you, I want to check something. Oh, yeah. Hmm. Can you see my screen? I remember I was explaining some things using formula in our last class. I mean, I want to learn key data modeling. Let me go to data model. It should be here. Okay. You remember I was explaining this thing to you. Take for an example, when we want to create a year. I was saying year is today. I mentioned function. Now I said it's collection of functions. Year is a function. Month is a function. Plus is an operator. Okay. 6 is a constant value that cannot change. 1 is a constant. Okay. Am I communicating? Q here is a string because it's a letter. Do you understand what I'm explaining there? Hello, are we together?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm saying your DAX is a program language that is used throughout Microsoft Power BI for creating calculated columns, measures, and custom tables. It is a collection of functions, operators, and constants that can be used in the formula as I demonstrated here. This is a formula, okay? Or expression to calculate and return one or more values. You can use that to solve a number of calculations and data analysis. Okay? Problem suites can help you create new information from data that is already in your model. These are the things of that expression does. So in Power BI, you can use different calculation techniques and functions to create measure or calculated columns. Primarily, you will be able to achieve the same result by using these techniques. However, the key is to know how and when to apply them by having a basic understanding. That's the purpose of this class, having a basic understanding of this functionality so that you know how, when, where to use them. Okay? So by the end of this module, you'll be able to build a quick measure, create a calculated columns, use DAX to build measures. You discover how content affect DAX measures, use the calculated function to manipulate filters, and implement time intelligence. These are the things we will learn under this module. Any question for me? Any question? So,
No,
in
sir.
absence of no question, so these are the things I've explained what data analytical expression is all about. And I've told you it's Microsoft that developed it. And I've told you a library of function and operator is also available that I can use. Then you can build formulas and expressions. You can create calculated columns and you can create calculatables, columns, and measures. So these are the things you can do under your DAX. So measures are a summarization of the data. Most of the time when they ask you to write a measure, you want to summarize the data either by summation or by averaging the data. That's what you use your measures for. So a way of defining aggregates, calculations on data, often called calculated measures. Okay? So Power BI measures are the way of defining calculations in DAX. You know the one you are calling Excel, when you are writing sum of values, what you are doing, writing formula, is what the Power BI call measure. Okay? Good. Measure are using some of the most common data analysis, simple summarization. That's what you use it for. Okay? So you can summarize using something like sum, average, minimum, maximum, etc. Okay? Good. We will see it when we let me quickly show us one. Let me do something like this, says Newman. So it's asking me for the name of this mail. Okay, I will call it something like this. Total price. And remember the last time you put your equal sign and press enter. Semicolon says Other details. These other details. Okay. Quantity. Quantity. Quantity, close the brackets. Multiply by. Oh, sorry. Yes. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. I think that error in that formula will correct later because this other sales is not in this table. It has, we have moved it away from this table. Okay, don't worry, let's move on. I will demonstrate it when we get there. Ali, let's move on. Okay. Good. I will demonstrate that later. It is simply telling you that you have it in a column like this. You have the value if that formula is written properly. Let's move on. Columns versus measures. Columns calculated columns create a value for each row in a table. While calculated column values are stored in a Power BI file, measures are calculated on demand. Measures are calculated based on filters. Underline the word filters. Most of the time when you are using measure, you want to filter an information. That's how you are using it. Okay? So measures are calculated based on filters. Okay? So that is also the almost half of it. From the little explanation I gave you, which are calculated on demand, calculated columns or measures. Which ones are calculated on demand? Check.
Columns.
Which are calculated on demand? Calculated measures and which one?
Column. Calculated columns. I think.
Calculated column. Is that a final answer?
Final answer.
Eh?
I'm calling
Are
a
you
friend.
sure?
I'm calling a friend.
You are calling
Janet.
you are calling a friend. Okay, we are waiting.
I'm calling a friend, Janet.
Remy is calling a friend. Eh?
Janet.
Janet, they said you should answer us. Which
What's
are
the question,
calculated
please?
on demand? It's on the screen. Which are calculated on demand series?
What's a calculator on demand?
Did you follow me this class at all? That's
I think it's
nice.
calculated measures.
Calculated measures. Okay, let's move on. Are you still holding your value? Are you still holding your ground? That's the answer.
Yes, final answer.
Question 2. Which are based on filters, calculated measures, and browse? Which are based on filters, calculated columns, or measures, or base?
I'm not sure of that.
Come again?
I'm not sure of that answer.
You are not sure of the answer. Wow. Everybody cannot tell me they are not sure of the answer now.
Measures.
Hmm?
Measures.
Which are based on filters, measured, calculated to measures.
Measures.
Okay, let's see it. Measure. Please keep it in your hand. Real-time dashboard. So understand the context of understand the context of this your graph so that you understand very well. How context affects DAX measure is a difficult. How context affects DAX measure is difficult but necessary. Concept to comprehend, the ensuing visuals will demonstrate how context affects DAX measure so you can see how they interact together. Most of the time, people that needs an information keep quiet about things and they have access to it again and again. Okay. For example, these three visuals are the exact same task. Okay. These are formalities here. So when you design your graph, when you want to show your graph on pages of either board or computer, this is what you will be, this is the end product of what we'll be looking at. Yeah. So any question on the visuals on the screen? Okay. So you can see that the first item there is column. Okay. So you can see that the column chart tells you a value of an organization. So you can do this can give you a different perspective of your data. Like our 6. Okay. So likewise, look at your sales for the year. Okay. That's a graph around Monday to the year. So all we are looking at here is that things that needs to be done needs to be done. Things that first need to be done. Okay. Let's move on. Okay. So, for example, these three visuals, you use the exact value that's measure. Okay, the exact value there. Total height reach, though each individual uses the same dash measure and therefore the same dash formula. Since you are trying to say that some of the things you are doing ordinarily, you weave it along with your data custodian. Okay. Okay. Now, look at calculated function. This is a build slide. Click through to explain the calculate function. The calculate function in DAX, one of the most important functions that a data analyst can learn. The function name does not adequately describe what is intended to do. So the calculate function is your method of creating DAX. Okay. So the calculate function is your method of creating a DAX, which is a foreign investor in your application. Okay. So if you want to create a measure that always calculate the the sales of, take for an example, let me show you this. This is calculation for this is specific person calculation, can span many areas. Okay, so calculate sum says, look at what I want to demonstrate with you. Calculate sum of sales, other detail. Okay. Then year sales, other details, other data equals to 2. The above are expression in Power BI, which you will have understanding as it progresses. Okay. Check your questions, anything. It's short explanation. Are we together? Are you there?
Yeah.
Are we together?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can take note of these ones. The sales for 2015, calculate some sales, other details, and total process. So let's progress. That's expression. Okay. So you have review questions. Which dash function? Okay. So first is dash function evaluate the variation. So what's your this place now? What do you have to say? Your first answer is calculate. Why will you want to override the? So what's the second? Nobody answer question B. A. So why will you want to manually override right anti? Okay, let's move on. Okay, now let's move on. So using relationship effectively. Advanced that's trying to write complex things. Most of the things we will do is they are simple arithmetics, but for sake of knowledge.
Hi, Ebenezer. I'm not sure if you are still speaking, but we can't. I can't hear you anyway. I don't know if anyone
Come
else.
again?
Oh, I couldn't hear you for a while. We couldn't hear you for a while.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
I think you had me up to this point.
Yes.
Okay, I think it's signal break.
Okay.
So using relationship effectively, okay, look at sales by shape dates, calculate sales of total sales of price. So look at using relationship calendar dates. Okay, you pass your dates and ship date into a function. So I'm trying to demonstrate how to use your function effectively. Semi-additive measures use sum to aggregate over one set of dimensions while using different aggregation over other dimensions, commonly used over the time dimension. So there are so many ways. This just to run through you what formula is all about. I don't want to dwell too much on it. Time intelligence is when you are writing calculations that time conscious, okay? Time conscious. So they is just showing you 2015 March, 2015 happen. So you can write a formula that will take cognizance of when an activity took place, okay, and what to do, right? So that takes me to the end of introduction to rates. So, but what type of measure uses sum to aggregate over one set of dimension and different aggregation over different set of dimension? I don't want to waste time. It's semi-additive. Then what type of function enable you to manipulate data using time periods, time intelligence, and which two functions will help you to compare dates to the previous month, calculate and previous month? I just want to introduce it to you while I move. Start your Power BI. Start it.
Hi again, Ebenezer. We seem to have
Yeah.
lost you. Okay.
No, you're not losing me. I'm
Oh,
here,
okay.
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here.
Thank you.
I'm here. With you. Okay. Okay. Oh, we finished this part last week. Okay. So today now, I want us to create an advanced DAX for us here. Want to go further on that. Click on plus sign here so that you have a new sheet. So Let's create a, do you remember I called something matrix visual? This one last week, this. Matrix visual. Do you remember this? Pull it on your screen. Now, let's come to under region here. You remember your region hierarchy. Either you check it or you drag it to your matrix. Make sure your matrix is selected, drag your check it, and it's going to pull it up here like this. Can you see that? How many of us have done that? Hello, are we in this class? Remy, Timmy, Damisola, Janet, are you doing what I am doing? Okay, Janet has proof of. Okay. Okay. Now, format listing, let's see, come to this place. Look at row headers. No, column header first. Column header. Change it to time romance. We agree on this. And make use of 20. Make it bold. Okay. Then row headers. Change to time romance. Make it 20. And make it bold. I will look at that later. Value. Leave value as times romance 18. I hope you understand what I'm doing there. Good. Then readjust this your so that these buttons will be on top there. Let there be a gap here. Let there be a gap here. Good. Okay. Okay. Now we want to add sales to this. Sales. So come to your sales. Make sure your matrix is selected. Check your sales here. You have it like this. Okay. Yeah. Good. If I want to expand my hierarchy, I'll simply click on this button here. This. Can you see? Look at this value we have here. Look at this value. Hello, class, unmute yourself. Can you see this value, the total value?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me go to page 2. Do you see the same value?
Yeah.
Can you compare these two and tell me what you think is happening here? Look at this, the one we did last week. On what basis do we group the sales? On what basis?
And the quarters of the quarters of the year.
Quarter of the year.
The financial one.
Yeah, you want to see your sales you want to see your sales in a year context. How much sales have I made in year 2018? How much sales have I made in 2019? How much sales have I made in 2020? That's one. You also want to drill down. I want to see it in quarter. In first quarter of 2018, what was my sale? In second quarter, what was my sales? In third quarter, what was my sales? You also want to see on monthly basis. That is that. But today, we are introducing another dimension. How? What do you see here? What do you derive here? Hi. Is anybody following me? Is anybody understanding me?
Countries and regions.
On regional basis now, country. You want to see which? Yes. It's just like your marketer came, I was boasting. We made this sales in the year. And management said, okay, come on. And staff were now demanding for emolument, increment of salary. Management, as good as they are, they don't want to pay any staff. They don't want to pay you. They want to look for, okay, you guys are making money. Which region yourself made this money? Yes, we perform better on yearly basis. Which of the regions? Which? Is it Europe? Is it America? North America? Where? Where are this money coming from? Africa? Asia? Where? You want to know. That's the purpose of this. These are the dissects that Power BI allow you to introduce to your analysis. Okay? Am I making a point?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Now, I want to do something funny here. Okay. Go back to your visualization. I want to format this your visualization. Okay. In the search box there, type steps. And supposed to show me, I think. Oh, sorry. Do you notice what happened here? Whatever you are doing, you must select where you want to affect. So click on this. Okay? That's not taking effect. So come here and type step. So here under your row headers, you say options. Find your step layout indentation. Just click, put it off. Look at your screen properly. Do you take notes? Hello? Hello?
Hello, we are here.
Do you understand what I'm showing you there?
Yeah.
So I'm showing you the hierarchy or the grouping. So you group by continent: Europe, North America, Pacific, and total. Okay. Then France. Okay, a country. Germany, a country. United Kingdom, Canada, United States, then Australia. Next to it is region. You have your France, France as a region. In all of them, they all have one region except America that has 5 regions. You have your Canada here. You have United States Central, Northeast, Northwest, Southeast, Southwest. And United Kingdom is only 1 item. So you can now see that all the states are broken it up into group, country, and region. Am I communicating?
Yeah.
Okay. So what we did here is that at the Adventure Works, the sales region are organized into groups. The sales region are organized into groups, country, and region. Your sales is organized into group, country, region. Okay. Let me call your attention to something. What I call group here is an error of analysis. Supposed to be called continent. Do you agree?
Yes.
Continent. Continent, country, region, and seas. So take note of that. So that means when you are making your sales, I can ascribe it to a region. I can ascribe your region to country and country to continents. Good. All countries except the United States have just one region, which is named after the country. As the United States is such a large sales territory, it is divided into 5 sales regions. So you'll recreate several measures in this exercise and then test them by adding them to the matrix visual. So we'll create a lot of measures. Okay? Just let's continue. Manipulate filter contest. We want to manipulate filter contest. In this task, you will create a several measure with that expression that uses calculate function to manipulate the filter. Okay? Let's add the measure to sales table based on the following expression. Can you see this formula? Okay. I want to add a measure to my table based on this formula you have here. Okay. So let me write the formula for you. Come to sales, right click on sales. I have something I didn't conclude the other time. Let me delete it. Total price. I don't need it. Okay. So right-click on Sales New Mayor. I will call the mayor. I'm going to call it this, Sales All Region. That is sales in all region. Okay? I want to use calculate function. Calculate. Open sum. Sales. Comma. Remove filters. I want you to be patient with what I'm doing here. You are saying calculate the sales for all regions. This thing is too long. I want to remove it. I want to shorten it to SA region. To be very short, SA region. So what it's simply doing is you are saying sum all the sales. You are saying calculate, go to table sales. There is a table sales, okay? This table that you have here. You are saying go to table sales. I have a sales column there, this. So you are saying go to table sales. I have a table, I have a column sales. Add every value in that sales. Add it together. You now do something here. Remember, on this matrix, you create an hierarchy. You are telling, you are telling Power BI, remove the hierarchy region. Remove the hierarchy region I created here. Remove it so that I can sum everything together at a point. So let me drag sales region to this place and you see what it's going to give me. Do you see what is happening? You remove all the groupings. That's the meaning of the remove filter that you have here. This is the filter that I'm talking about. This, you are saying, remove all the groupings there. Remove all the groupings. And sum everything for me because I want to use filter to dissect it. I want to use filter to dissect it. Do you understand that?
Not really.
No, really?
Yeah, I understand removing the filters.
Let me do this first. Let me go back to my formula here. So that you see. what do you think that happened here? It applies the grouping. You know, when you do, say, calculate sum of forces, it follows the hierarchy that you put on the system.
Yeah.
Do you understand that?
Yes.
That's why you see it on regional basis. That's how you see it on regional basis. Okay? It applies the hierarchy. Remember, I told you the purpose of creating an hierarchy is to group, to aggregate your values. What you are using pivot for in Excel, some of us understand Excel. What you are using pivot for is what you are using filter for here, aggregation of your value. Okay? I am using filter to aggregate my value. So when you ask your calculator to remove the filter, you are saying just do all the total summation for me. Don't break it. That's the purpose of the filter that we remove here. So I've removed all the filter. So because I remove it, and now it just did total summation for me. It didn't break it. It just sum everything on sales for me. Do you understand me, or you want me to you question me, or do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand that now.
Damisola, do you understand me?
So, but what it did now is just
Yeah.
to give us the total sum of sales
Yes.
on every row.
I am using this. I am teaching you that this remove filter. I
Okay.
am controlling the hierarchy, the way you group. That is saying I mustn't depend on hierarchy before I group.
Okay.
The whole essence of hierarchy I have here is to group my sales. But I want to use filter to control that I don't need to create hierarchy before I group.
Okay.
Do you understand me now?
Yes.
So I'm introducing a way to manipulate Power BI in such a way that I will tilt it to direction that suits and better for me. There are some organizations that will employ you based on your intelligence of how to write that calculation. And most of the thing embedded in that is the filter. Guys, please take time to understand, take time to ask questions, take time to query me and understand what I'm teaching you here. Okay? Good. So the calculate function that you are looking at here is a powerful function to manipulate the filter context. The first argument takes an expression or a measure. A measure is just a named expression. Subsequent argument allow modifying the filter context. This is just a function. Calculate, it takes a function, then these are the filter to manipulate it. So remove filter function removes active filters. Okay? It can take either no argument or a table or a column or multiple columns as its arguments. Okay? It can take multiple columns. You can take a single one. So in this formula, the measure evaluates the sum of 6 columns. In modify filter context, we remove any filter applied to the columns of the region table. So that's what it does. Any column that applies to the regions table, it takes it out, takes any column. You know you are manipulating based on regions table.
Yeah.
This hierarchy is based on region. that filter is taking out any column or the regions table, is taking it out completely. Good. So we've seen it. I need to do something. I want to format this, my sales region, to 2 decimal places. So I will come up here. No, 2, sorry, 2. Yes. So because I've applied formatting on it, it affects everything there. Now, I want to create another DAX formula. Okay. This time around, I want to create sales. I want to see my sales in percentage of all the regions. Okay. Again, I want to say sales percentage. I want to shorten this formula. This name is too long. So sales percentage all region. Okay, you are saying divide sum of sales, calculate. Let me go ahead and write this one first. Numeric. This time I want to call it sales percentage origin. Divide from um, There is something is wrong. Let me correct it. Okay. Okay. Now let's understand what is happening here. You are saying this, you want to, you sum all C's in the column of C's all together. Okay? Divide sum of C's. Here you want to use divide sum, you want to, this calculate here will give you the total sum of all your C's. Then you are now calculating on region basis. Okay, it's better we see it. Let's see it. Can you see that? What you simply do is that on region basis, that is when you are having all these numbers, and you are simply saying divide these sales in this region, divide by the total sales, divide by the total sales, divide by the total sales. And here we need to put it in percentage so that you have it in percent. You just divide the value. That formula is also divide the value and move on. Okay. So that's that about that. Any question for me? Question?
Not really.
Wow. Only 3 of you are here. Damisola, do you understand what we are doing? Hello, Damisola? You can see the percentage on Europe, percentage of America, percentage, and altogether 100%. Good.
So what we have just done is just to disaggregate the total sales by percentage of sales
Yes,
to each
yes,
particular region. Okay.
yes, yes. That's what we did. We just aggregate it by percentage of sales. Okay, that's good. Grab that. I want to add another DAX into my sales, new mayor. Sales percentage country. Divide sum I want to aggregate sales on country basis. Again, I will leave this formula, I will write it, the labeling, sales percentage and I make it 2. Go to the right and say, here you remove
Region.
the region out of it. So you are now aggregating based on country. Can you see that?
Yes.
You have removed region. So you aggregate based on country. And that is why you have only America is broken. All others, because there is no region in between them, they are not broken. Okay? So notice that the sales percent country mayor formula differs slightly from the sales percentage of region. The difference is that the denominator modified the filter context by removing the filters, the region column or the region table. So it will remove the region columns or the region table. Okay? Not all columns or the region table. It means that any filter applied to the group or country columns are preserved. So it will achieve results that represent the sales as a percentage of country. So it's giving you the sales as a percentage of country. Any question?
Are still following.
Okay. We may have to collapse this guy so that we have enough space. I can easily go to visualization. See the font is too big. So come to formatting, come to column headers, change this guy to make it 18. Row header, make it 18. Value, make value 15. Okay, so I have space there like that a bit. Oh, okay, this one too. Let's come here, says, let's make it percentage too. Good. I think
And
I will pause there for this class on that. I'll move on to okay, do I have I wanted to avoid something, but I have no choice other than to teach you.
okay.
I want to teach you to improve the readability of the mayor. We want to write this one, says country in another way. Whether a function is an hierarchy or not. So that, let me do that so that you see where I'm trying to pass across. So I will start a new mayor. This class is always one of the most tough class when I miss my students in a long track. After this class, the next thing we are going to is reporting, so it makes life easier. Say percentage country 2. And the reason why I teach this most of the time is some of your employer will want you to understand it. If it's in scope, or this region, right, Oh. This is calculate okay. So come and see the function I introduced there is in scope. Okay, so I'm saying if my calculation is in the scope of this region, simply don't do any calculation there. And that is why you saw okay, so with this, I've been able to take out anywhere the is in the scope, anywhere is that particular region. It's going to exempt it out. That's how you have it. Just giving you at the region itself. Any appendages is taken out. So it's the function is scope that I use. I intend to avoid it, but I just see that I need to teach you usage of it.
But excuse me, that makes it even more readable than the first
Yes,
one.
yes, yes.
Although the syntax may be long, it's a bit it's longer.
Yes, yes. Okay. I want to write two more formula. We'll close tonight. Please, class, take note. May God spare our life to January. When we come in January, put it in your note. We will start with time intelligence. Time intelligence. That's where we are going to round off on DAS calculation. And we'll move to reports. So I have two formula to write now. I have a sales group in percentage, and also ignore sales group twice, one without school, the other with school. So let me quickly go over them. Yeah. Okay. Sales percentage group. This time around, I want to limit it to group alone. How many class? So let's see the result of this formula, then we'll close tonight. Remember, you were told that you can have more than one function in your remove filter. You can have more than one variable. This time around, I want to remove the column region. I want to remove the column country. I only want to consider group alone. So I'm going to take out, well, let them be there. I will scroll. Sales percentage group. See? That's you can see that I listed percentage all through. Can you see? It listed them. But again, I want to take where the group heading is. So I will write this one with this. So I will write the same group. Newman. So this is the last formula we are writing tonight. And for the year, 6. So this time around, I'll attach 2 here because the same formula I'm writing. So we are testing 2 things there. If it's in scope region, or look at this pipeline 2. It's in scope. Right. Sum. Great. Let's say the effect of that formula. We check it. We look at the effect of the formula. We only done the grouping by group. So you didn't bother the group or region. So that's why you have blank over there. Okay? So it's only return value when country or region is in scope. Any other question? And finally, I'm going to put, let me go to model. I'm going to put all our ratios, all these in our ratios. 6, percentage region, all region, country and group. I'm going to put them in a folder ratio. This, display folder. I'm going to call it ratios. So I put them in a folder rather than scatter them around, just for us to see the groupings. So class, kindly save your Power BI. Have you done that?
Yeah.
Okay. So on these notes, according to your timetable, these are 7th class, right? So we have 3 classes to go. Then you have the next, please write down that here we'll stop on, we'll start the next class with time intelligence. So please, let's take note of that when we come January. And go over all we've done for the past 7 classes. If there are any questions you want to ask me, you can always put it on the platform.